At the Yorkshire and Humber Climate Commission, we've been working with partners across our region to identify ways to unlock more rapid climate action. Whilst progress is happening here and across the UK, we need to do more to avoid costly consequences for our communities. Our new research shows Yorkshire and Humber is only on track to cut 60% of its emissions by 2050, so there is a significant shortfall against the UK's net zero goals and the region's own climate target. Climate action is also about being better prepared for the changing climate. But when we spoke to the region's local authorities in 2022, although most recognised the need to prepare, they were unsure where to start.
To identify realistic routes for carbon reductions, we assessed over 750 different interventions for their carbon and cost effectiveness. We found that measures with the clearest social and economic benefits, such as walking, cycling and public transport improvements, are especially cost effective and can make a real difference to reducing emissions. However, these measures will only get us so far, and deeper decarbonisation will require a coordinated effort across national and regional levels to align the necessary policy, regulation and investment to allow the regions to drive change.
As well as cutting our carbon emissions, we also need to respond to the extreme weather events that are already happening and prepare for future climate risks. To galvanise climate adaptation action, we developed and trialled the Accelerating Adaptive Action programme. The programme supports local authorities to share their experiences and work together to find ways to mainstream climate adaptation throughout their organisations. Through the programme, the 15 local authorities in the region became more confident in assessing their short and long-term climate risks and started to plan and implement actions to mediate those risks.
This work shows that the regions can lead the way on tackling climate change. A mission-driven approach could accelerate this by setting overall goals for net zero and climate adaptation and aligning policy, regulation and investments to unlock the power of the regions. National policy needs to be much more supportive of places that want to go further and faster on decarbonisation, otherwise the UK as a whole is unlikely to meet its carbon budgets. Local and devolved government needs more powers to deliver their local carbon targets.
The next iteration of the National Adaptation Plan could be a key tool in driving place-based climate adaptation actions in the UK. A first step in this direction is to recognise and support the critical roles that local authorities play in preparing and protecting people and places from the impact of a changing climate. Adopting a more agile, regional and mission-driven approach to decarbonisation and climate adaptation will help us to deliver urgently needed climate action.